Hello, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining my channel, you guys. My name is Debbie, and this is Single Living with Hope, also known as Soltera Viviendo con Esperanza. That's in Spanish for you. Before I get started, I wanted to give a big shout out to all you beautiful mothers out there that are a blessing and doing a fantastic, amazing job raising your children. I know it's not easy, especially for you single mothers. My heart goes out to you because I know it's hard just to even make ends meet sometimes, right? So happy Mother's Day to the foster mothers, the adoption mothers, the mothers to be, soon be, and then also to the mothers that technically are mothers because they're the grandparents of the grandchildren, but they are a mother figure for whatever reason they were put in that role. So happy Mother's Day to you, because I know that although it may be seasonal, it may be permanent, you don't ever know, but I know that those children will be blessed because they're in good hands. So with that being said, I hope that you will like and subscribe to this channel, and I hope you stay till the end to listen to what this topic is going to be, because it's actually a good one. It's one that we all struggle with at one point or another. So please listen to the end. It is going to be good. So the topic is insecurities, and insecurities affects many of our lives. You guys, the main insecurity issue I think nowadays is comparison. Comparison for what you don't have. But let me tell you something, and I hope it stays with you. If you are not content with what you have, you will never be content with what you get. Okay? And that is such a true factor, because we're always comparing ourselves with, they're up here, they're successful. I'm still barely, scratching the surface. They're at point A, I'm at point F, whatever the situation may be. So with that being said, you guys, a lot of times, if someone throws a negative comment towards you, okay, about your personal physique, about the way you look, about making you pretty much feel worthless, or just saying negative comments. Maybe you were brought up in a family that really struggled, or you were poor, or was a drug house, whatever the situation may be, and you take the hit for it because people are constantly, bullying you or whatever, but keep your head up, you guys. Keep your head up, because a lot of times people are going to make negative comments. That's just the humanity that's in us, They will make negative, nasty comments, and then you start to believe that in your head. And the reason why you believe it in your head is because you thought of that way of yourself. You know that we are our worst critics, right, you guys? We're our worst critics. And a lot of times if so many people can give you compliments left and right. You're talented, you're beautiful, you're wonderfully and fearfully made. I mean, so many things, and they can pour into you, but it'll take one person to just say something negative. And just from one comment, you guys, you will believe that over all the positive. It just takes one negative comment that someone needs to make to ruin your whole day. And a lot of times it's a comment that, like I said, you think of about yourself. Okay, it's a negative comment, something that you've been struggling with, and an insecurity about yourself. And because someone made a comment about that, you start to believe it's true about yourself. And you waste years and years and years when you could have been happy with who you are, but you're not, because of something that someone told you. And usually that someone that told you was your mind, and like with me, I'm starting to learn who I am as a single person. I mean, I've been single for some time now, but when you're married for so long and you have your kids, I mean, yeah, now I know who I'm single, but who really is Debbie, And I'm starting to relearn that. Like, who are you stripped away from your kids, stripped away from those duties? You're now single, you now live alone. Who are you? Who is your identity in Christ, And as I am developing and growing in the spiritual things of God, He little by little is showing me who I am becoming in His will and who He's molding me to be. And, I'm starting to love myself, whether I'm big, small, whatever. I mean, because I used to live my life like, oh man, I'm so big or that. Because, I would struggle with my weight back and forth like an accordion. I'd get skinny. I'd get, it's like, wait. So you start to believe in your mind, this or that. But big or small, you guys, I need to start learning to love myself and just live life, because one day it can all be taken from us anyway. You know what I mean? Life, as you know, is fleeting. I'm already I've said my age on here before, but yeah, I'm pretty up there, you guys. And so it's like, I need to just appreciate who I am. I'm going to be in this shell until the Lord takes me home. So I might as well love it, right? Love your tent. This is who you are. I mean, not you, but me. This is who I am. And just learn to accept and love and receive who I am as an individual. Either take it or leave it, guys. This is who I am, right? So, also, you guys, just know that anybody that has told you you're worthless, that's a lie from the pit of hell, and you already are enough with who you are. You are enough. You don't need to be this person, extravagant, all this stuff, and put on a show for people. You are enough with who you are. That is sufficient. You don't need anything else. Okay? Keep that in your mind, please. These are some of the things I'm going to read that people struggle with on insecurities. Number one, as I mentioned, comparison. Weight or body shape. Stretch marks, scars, acne, hair thinning. There are things that you guys are listening that I'm sure there are things on here that I'm saying that you guys are struggling with, right? Your teeth or your smile. Your height, whether you're too small, you're too short, you're too tall, okay? Wrinkles, gray hair, saggy skin, being timid or shy, you're an introvert, okay? Or you're too much of an extrovert. Struggle with confidence and self-worth. Struggle with your identity. Fear of rejection. Not feeling loved or valued. Feeling overlooked when it comes to a relationship. Not the best job. Educated. Maybe you feel you're not educated enough. Public speaking. Social anxiety. You get a lot of anxiety when you start being around too much people. You get really nervous and you're just like, oh, this is too much for me. Okay. Not fitting in. Judged by others. Read Galatians 1:10 for that. Overthinking. There is a lot of overthinkers, and I'm one of those. Okay. And I'm learning. Shame. Okay. Shame from your past. Shame from the current. Whatever it may be. Okay. How you look in photos. You zoom in. Tell me this ain't true, you guys. You zoom in on a photo that you're in because you right away go to your pinpoints of what you think of yourself. Let me first zoom in and see how my belly is. Oh, my arms are too big on this one. Oh, look at my toe. And it's like, tell me it ain't true. Is it not true? Us girls especially, like we zoom in, it's like, oh, we're such critics about ourselves. All the insecurity parts, that's our main thing. They're looking at my arms, they're looking at my double chin, whatever it is that you're insecure about, you think people are looking. And, quite honestly, some people do, zoom in. If they think you look attractive on a certain picture, they want to get a little bit closer up and they start to zoom in, right? And you already know how people are. But you can't allow people to shrink you. Don't allow people to shrink you just so that they can look greater, you guys, because that's one thing. It's like a hard, tough world out there. A lot of competitiveness, whether it comes to sports, whatever it is. Competitiveness is the big factor. It's the killjoy of your life, the peace robber. Okay. Now, past failures. Hard to accept compliments. Are you one who's hard to accept compliments? If you are, that's an insecurity. Because you, once again, think a certain way of yourself. So when someone tells you a compliment, you don't believe it because you're just like, well, they're just saying that to be nice. They just said that because they're my friend. Well, they don't have to say it. I mean, some people might, nicely just say it just because they're just nice and they want to say something, But if you get it often or whatever, just say, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, But we're our worst critics and we're just like, oh, well, I need to lose a little bit more weight, but this or that. And, oh, well, whatever it is, just say thank you. Thank you. Okay. Need constant validation. That is a huge also insecurity too. If you're an individual that constantly needs validation to be accepted, like I'm this, I'm that. A lot of people I'll notice will toot their own horn when they're like that. They will toot their own horn on social media and all this stuff. Why? Because they don't get it and they desire it so bad. And I really don't know why, because if you're okay with yourself and know the accomplishments that you have been successful over for yourself, it's nice to be acknowledged, yes. But to constantly be tooting our horn like over and over and over, needing constant validation, constant everything we do. And a lot of it comes because maybe you were raised in a home where a parent constantly put you down, and now you live needing constant validation because you feel insecure that you will never meet up to their standards. And on that case, that's the parent's fault. Okay? We can easily become a victim. And woe is me. You know what I mean? But focus on self goals, you guys. Accomplishments. Self-love. If you have self-love like I am working on for myself, you will live a much better life. Because once again, I'm going to say it again, you guys, life is short. So just appreciate what you have. Low self-esteem is not attractive. You want to be confident so that you draw people to yourself. You don't have to be like, I don't consider myself to be like, oh my gosh, she's beautiful or anything like that. No, I do have insecurities about myself. But I'm okay with who I am. You know what I mean? I'm not going to allow someone else, because there's always going to be someone beautiful. There's always going to be someone better at the end of the day. But you know that beauty fades anyways, you guys. Beauty fades, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Okay? Not only that, since beauty fades, what are you going to have to offer a man eventually, or vice versa? Because there's a lot of guys out there that are very good looking too. And when your looks fade, what do you have to offer if you have an ugly heart? So, with that being said, you guys, love yourself and see yourself like God sees you. Look in that mirror and quit telling yourself lies like, oh, I don't like the way I look. I don't like to take pictures because, it's that. Well, you know what? You're going to take a picture because we want memories. Okay? We love you and we want memories that we can remember you by. Because it's sad if someone passes away, it's like you really have nothing, like, I don't know what they were like, or they never allowed to take pictures, And some people are just too timid. They just like, I don't want to take pictures. And I respect that. That's fine, To each his own, it's fine. But leave a little bit of memories for your family members, you guys. Don't be so complex about little things like that, little tedious things, because at the end of the day, we do want memories of those that we love. So self-worth, self-love, identity in Christ of who you are and who you are becoming, because we're always growing, right? So with that being said, I will put some scriptures on the bottom on the comments. Psalm 139, 13 through 14, 1 Samuel 16:7, and that speaks about the Lord looks at the heart. And then 2 Corinthians 10:12. So I'll put those all in the comments. And please like and subscribe, you guys. I hope that some of this encouraged you, and just to continue this race, this journey. And don't steal the years of your life just living on what was, what could be, this or that. Live for who you are today, the now. Okay? Don't live in the future, because that's you're not there yet. You know, you're not there yet. So, and definitely don't live in your past. So until next time, you guys, once again, I love you. God bless you. And we will talk to you on our next video. Have a blessed Mother's Day. Once again, take care. Good night. Bye-bye.